Last week, we identified some behaviors and thoughts that are keeping us at a distance from God's presence in our lives. I encourage you to look without judgment at the story behind these things and how they arose in your life. If you haven't yet watched that video from last Saturday, the 8th, please go back and watch it before you start this one. It's an important foundational step of the grace cycle. Over the last week, I encouraged you to choose one thing in your life that is coming in between you and God's loving presence. Today, I'm going to lead you through a process to go deeper in the next step of the grace cycle, acceptance. Accepting the past, coming to a place of peace with what has happened that we cannot change or control, is key to letting go and growing. This may be difficult, but I promise it is worth it. Even if you need to return to this practice a few times, allow yourself the time and space you need. Go through this process when you're alone and able to spend about 10 to 15 minutes in God's presence. I'm going to replace the video of me with a relaxing picture during this time. Close your eyes. Take a breath in and exhale slowly. Again, breathe in a little more deeply. Exhale fully and slowly. Once more, breathe in and slowly out. Enter into God's presence now. Ask Jesus to show himself to you. Look at his face. Look into his eyes. Do you see his love for you? Do you see his eyes shining in delight because you are here with him? Maybe he opens his arms and invites you in for a hug. Take your time here in his presence, experiencing his love. Now, bring to mind the primary thing you've identified that is keeping you at a distance from God. Talk to Jesus about why you have chosen this one thing to work on this Lent. Become aware of any judgments you have of yourself about this behavior or thought pattern in your life. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, imagine yourself breathing out the judgments. Again, breathe in Jesus' presence and breathe out your judgments or any criticism you have of yourself. Now I want you to look back at how you got to the place where you are. What events in your life may have created this behavior or thought pattern? As you look back on these events, acknowledge and accept any emotions that come up. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad or disappointed. Feeling and honestly acknowledging your emotions is necessary to begin to find peace. Remember, Jesus is with you, loving you, and he can hold these emotions with you. Everything you are feeling right now is valid, so be honest with yourself about it. Take your time and pause the video if you need. Now I want you to breathe out and release any emotions that are still lingering. Let Jesus hold all of these feelings. Take a deep breath in and look at his face again. See his love for you. Take a look back at your story. Do you see Jesus anywhere in it? Was he guiding you, protecting you, or even just present with you in your pain? This might be difficult, and that's okay. Can you begin to accept that this is the journey God had you on to bring you to where you are now? Can you just slightly open your heart and your hands to be a little bit at peace with what happened in your life? Is there anything you have seen in your story that you can thank God for? Talk to Jesus about anything else you need to be aware of, anything else you need to do or feel or choose to accept the past and leave it in the past. This is simply about acceptance right now. The next step comes later. So just rest in Jesus and accept the past for what it is. Complete this time with Jesus whenever you're ready. Take some time to journal about this and what God showed you during the process.